jQuery selectors. Selectors are an important part of jQuery library and allows to select or manipulate HTML elements. Elements can be located using their ID, classes, types, attributes, values of attributes. All selectors in jQuery start with the $sign and parentheses. We will look at three selectors: element, ID, and class. The element selector selects element based on the element name. Let's take a look at a demo now. You can see here we can select all P elements on a page like this. So these are all the P elements that are there. So this is nothing but 2 P elements that we see here. And if you see here that these 2 P elements can be selected by doing the $P. Now these 2 P elements are being displayed in the browser something like this. Now in order to select all the elements which are of the type P, we write a function inside the document ready function that $button. We try to add an event click to this particular $button, and this is the function implementation of what is to be done. So the objective is to hide all the P elements, and by doing this we are selecting all the P elements. So if there happens to be another P element after this line, all the P elements will get selected. So now if we run the example and just click on this particular thing, all the P elements will now disappear or hide. Next, the ID selector uses the ID attribute of an HTML tag to find a specific element. An ID should be unique within a page, so you should use the hash ID selector when you want to find a single unique element. Let's look at the example now. So now you can see here, to find an element with a specific ID, write the hash character followed by the ID of the element. So this is the particular ID that needs to get selected. And you can see here now it would only select the particular P element with the ID hash test. So this is trying to match this particular. So irrespective of this particular element, now the selector is trying to match not using the element but using the ID of the element. So in this case it does not match with this, but it matches with this particular P element. Now the remaining function is the same as the hide function, and now if I click on this particular page, you can find that only this particular line, this is another paragraph, is hidden. This is visible here. The last one is nothing but the class selector finds the element with a specific class. So just like ID, we have another way of selecting the particular element using the class. To find the element with a specific class, we should need to write a period character followed by the name of the class that you can see here. The class is mentioned just like the ID, but instead of ID it is writing class. So there are two elements, one is H2 and one is P, with the same class name test, and we are trying to hide everything with the class name test. Now if we run this sample, what is hidden here happens to be this is heading and this is paragraph gets hidden, but this is another paragraph does not hide. It's only because it is not applied this particular class. So these are the three ways to use the selectors. The first one, you need the particular element, all the elements by the element name. Second one is using the ID, and the third one using the class as selectors.